it's been a little bit, it's been a interesting few weeks. Haven't haven't really done a whole lot or had any done any reading, done anything. So for now, I'm going to just get ready for whatever my day of working at home. And then yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna call this something like ranting and rambling or something goofy like that, because to me it's like I'm getting ready. And yeah, maybe I'll talk about my hair for like 5 hours. But yeah, it's been a couple weeks since I've made any video or really done like substantial posting on any of my, well, this and my Instagram. That's all I really like use. I don't use TikTok anymore. But it's just been so, I don't know how to describe it. Like in words, I've been so not productive. Feels like I have no ability to be productive right now. Like no matter what I do, I like can't accomplish anything. So currently that's like the state of mind that I'm in, is like I got nothing in my noggin, and that's okay. Last week and this week I've tried really hard to, I don't know, think of anything to do, have anything in my brain. I've been scrapbooking lately. It's huge. Let me go grab it. It's like this old notebook that I had. And I've always just, like, I can't get rid of cards from family. Very hard for me to do. It just feels rude. Someone made me something, I want to keep it. So what I've been doing is, like, let me find, like, a nondescript one. What I'm doing is I'm collaging the pages. I used to collage with my mom as a kid. And this has been really nice. This has been really nice to do. I don't know if this little notebook is going to be able to, like, withstand the strength of the amount of glue that's in there. So I'm going to try and press it under something. But yeah, I've been, like, super unproductive. I don't know what it is. Not having the structure of university has been very, very strange on my noggin. Not very great on my noggin, it seems, but it's chill. We all learn and grow. I've got to do it eventually. So I haven't been doing a whole lot. It's been incredibly hard to read. I've only read probably maybe 15 pages of House of the Spirits since I would have last updated it, which honestly feels like October. I was there the first weekend, so like the 4th through the 6th. I had read some. I think I'd read a good amount, but yeah, girl, it's just like, it's so, I have nothing in there. It's been very hard to focus, very hard to read. Writing has been hard since I graduated, but I'm like trying to figure it out. I almost applied to some master's programs because I was so bonk in my head about like structure, but that's a leap. Like I would like to at some point, but I need to do more research and not like just rush into applying before I'm really ready, which I guess is good that I realized. So I'm trying to give myself stuff to do for the like end of the year, but today is November 4th, so it's like 3 weeks until that one holiday, and then 3 weeks and a month until the winter holidays that I partake in a non-religious way, in a familial way. But leading up to the November holidays, Arcane is coming out, and I wouldn't say I enjoy it. I think the animation is wonderful. I'm there for the animation and gay people. Like, I love animation and I love gay people. That's what I'm watching Arcane for, and the company. But I have my partner and some friends. They're like very into it. Like, my partner plays League, well, like Wild Rift, and one of our friends plays with her sometimes, well, often, and then our other friend is like me, but much more into the show, like with the lore. So I'm putting together like watch parties, at least for the first two, because the last one is that next week, so like we all won't be in town. So I'm gonna decorate our whole place. Gonna set up a sign outside. Like out our front door, we've got a little balcony, so I'm gonna have it like set up a little. Very excited. So I've given myself a craft and, you know, a task for this week. That's what I'm doing. So trying to keep my brain occupied at all times. Trying not to get too unoccupied in my head. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be helpful. But I don't know. I find that, like, without the structure of school, things have just been really weird and like, hard. And I don't know if other people who, I don't know, finished university relatively recently went through something like this. I'd be so interested to hear. Or if you yourself had any, like, I don't know, coping mechanisms. But I need to, like, be doing something at all times. And yeah, I have to do something with my hands and my face and my mouth and speaking, and like I can't just like not move, not do something. So very interesting. It's also the kind of job switch that I've had. Like, right after I graduated, there was, you know, hard to find a job, bit of unemployment here and there. I worked at Ulta for a while. If anyone's ever intrigued what it feels like working at Ulta, I technically did like the holiday shift, but then it was extended and I got a job, like an 8 to 5 job. It was just such an interesting and horrible experience for the self-esteem. So don't recommend working in beauty unless you can really take it. But I'm trying to like occupy my time because I would say if people weren't, if the appearance and societal pressure of working at a beauty store wasn't so intense, low-key, that kind of job would be so great for my brain. You've got something that you do all the time. You've got set rules, you have set timelines. All of that would be very beneficial for someone like me. And you get to do fun makeup, and you can't really like wear fun makeup to a 9 to 5. It doesn't really, I don't know, it's not seen well. So I did enjoy some aspects of working at Ulta. It was just a lot. I would find myself very, I don't know, fucked in the head, to put it simply. So I'm trying to like enjoy makeup, but that job actually structurally was so much better than like a 9 to 5 for the way my brain works, I've discovered. I find the structure of a 9 to 5 sometimes to be incredibly hard on my brain. Even though like I really do like my job, I love the people more than anything. I work with incredible people and it's, I don't know, it's hard to have this kind of structure when I'm used to a lot more structure. So I'm trying to introduce structure in other parts of my life because it's, you know, as I was saying, I haven't read, I haven't actually even danced in weeks. I like physically cannot bring myself to do it. There's so think like most people, I got a full-time job and it feels like I have no time for anything else. So it's an interesting concept that I'm not used to. And I'm just trying to get used to it, even though it's been over half a year. But it's okay. It's chilling. That's why I'm trying in other aspects of my life to do a lot more. So hopefully I can get my brain ready and have thoughts to film more things, so I can at least just get thoughts out and do something in my free time, as well as doing other crafts like my scrapbook. I want to paint again. Well, there's something up there. I painted that. I had a good time. I don't know. I like making shirts. I made one last week where I cut out, not a decal, but something on a different shirt that just fit me weird, and I really like the design. Actually, I think it's in here. So I had gotten a shirt on Depop that I really liked, and my partner was getting rid of just one of these like $5 Target tanks that like the gay people are, you know the Target tanks. Anyway, so I put the decal on it. It is like essentially like contact paper, this stuff that is sticky glue in form of a tape that you iron on stuff, and then I very haphazardly backstitched throughout it. And I've already washed this. It's pretty good. I've used this kind of stuff before. I've got another tank where I did the same thing with a different, it's also one of those, but it was on a shirt that didn't hold up very well from our international trip. So I was very excited to be able to repurpose it, and I wear little tank tops very often because I also am having a style crisis. Wah, wah, wah. I've got one more tank like the orange one, which is slightly thinner than that white one, and another tee that doesn't fit me right. It's a similar design. I think it's from a national park. I don't remember off the top of my head, but a shirt like that so I can have something to do with my free time. Just trying to be really crafty again. I'm also fighting demons, is the easiest way to joke about that, to not absolutely mess with my hair. I don't know if we can tell. You can see it here. The line of my roots is roughly here. You can see it good here, where this is different. So I don't know what that is. 2 inches. I'm trying to grow out my roots, so I get rid of all of not the blonde. I love having blonde underneath. And to be fair, my hair isn't fried right now. I just brushed out some really horribly done curls. But grab a strand. Like you can see, I've got a very, what they call mousy brown. And then I had tried to match so it could like grow out as much as I can stand, because I want to grow out the dead stuff to do an all over red that I can keep up with easier than my roots connected to the already bleached color underneath. I just find that red it's hard to stick to my hair right now because of how it's not very dead anymore. I've gotten most of it cut off, but I just think that it would be a lot easier with a bigger portion of my roots. And this is like 2 inches, and I would just do an all over red. That way as it grows out, it's a lot easier to match to my roots because the color would already be on my grown out roots. Like they do all over color at a salon. So I'm like fighting urges. I find old pictures, a year ago, pictures of myself with red hair all the time. I love red hair. I'm always going back to it. And I'm talking like Dana Scully orange red. Like Sophie Turner when her hair was a darker red. I think she's back blonde now. Anything Sophie Turner does. I want to look like that. Want to look like Florence Welch from Florence and the Machine. That's what I need. It's my goal at all times, is to look like that. And I think I can accomplish it. And actually tonight, I'm gonna do my blonde because my roots are, I don't think I've done it since the summer, as we can see. That's like an inch on its own. And like, you know, when I pull it back, it can almost just look like my whole head is brown, and that's fun. I just don't want to mess up my hair again because I'm feeling funky right now. I just want to keep it good. Keep it within my plan to get red. And I'm fighting urges right now. I'm so close to just putting the red back on. Because I get weird timelines in my head. I was talking about this yesterday. I get weird timelines in my head. And I want to like do things before I go home for the holidays or like visit family. And for some reason, if I don't, then I'm like, I can't do it. I don't know. Does anyone else do something like that? That doesn't make sense. But in my head, I'm like, if I don't do it for November, for like the Thanksgiving holidays, then I can't do it for Christmas and winter. Which is illogical, but in my head. So that's like a huge thing that's on my mind, other than all of these crafts I'm trying to keep myself occupied with. Hobbies, essentially. Crafting is a hobby. It's what I'm trying to keep myself occupied with. Other than that, it's really like, girl, will I dye my hair? Will I mess up my hair again? And the answer is no, because I'm very logical about it. I'm also probably gonna get bangs again. Keep thinking about it. I very much have, let me find a photo. Well, this is the kind of red I love it. I've had it before and I really enjoyed it. I essentially, if my hair wasn't so poofy, you could see it. It's essentially my hair a little grown out, so I'm like, I could use some time, but it's longer than I think, and I think the bangs would help even out. I have a hard time thinking of my face in relation to just having like barely any fringe. I think that I need something face framing, and I think like actual bangs, again, would be very beneficial to help me figure that out with my own brain. So who knows, maybe within a week, you'll see me with absolutely totally different hair. You never know. You never know with me. I mean, you might. That's the plan eventually. It's absolutely happening again. I just don't know when. I can't figure out when I want to do that. I know that I'm redoing my blonde tonight, and then I think sometimes when I redo my blonde, I put on like really diluted pink. I have like Old Manic Panic that I just need to use up, or maybe Arctic Fox. Like super diluted into a pink that washes out, and does a great job of toning at the same time. So I have that I'll probably put on top of my blonde. But when the red is happening, no one knows. I just know that I want to. I just know that I want to do it. Again, you can't keep me from red hair. Can't do it. Also, if anyone has any makeup recommendations, I'm looking for cool tone, green, blue, and gray. And none of the palettes out are intriguing me right now. I'm like, I need to get into either, I think it looks like C Beauty, but sometimes J, because there's a lot of like, I don't know, grungy? That's not the right word. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Subcultures in Japan that like, there's this one person that I follow who lives in Japan, and everyone was always like, it's like she's in black and white because she loves black, gray, and white makeup. And I'm just like, I have so many things that I would like to do and try, and I just, makeup brands right now, I can't find what I'm looking for. There's like one Natasha Denona palette where it almost has what I want, but there's so many shimmers, and I'm the kind of person who needs like 2 to 4 shimmers per palette. I need mainly mattes. So really I'm going to start looking into either C or J Beauty, maybe both. It looked to me like there was a lot more interesting eyeshadow palettes coming out of like C Beauty. So we'll see. I just don't know where to get them. Seems like people get them from Yes Style, but I've never done that. So I'd have to look around, do some preliminary research to figure it out. I keep finding like very 20s inspired makeup that I think on my like on my eye shape would look super fun, but it's all with like grays and cool tone blues and like lighter greens. Not exactly sage, but like a light chartreuse, honestly, like lime. And I just don't have any of that now. I had to throw everything away after I got the most annoying sty I had to get surgically removed. And you can still essentially see the scar tissue or something, I don't know. So I had to throw away all my hard work. Did I get most of it on sale when I worked at Ulta? Yeah, but like it very much was precautionary. I know it was probably extreme, but I'm looking into that. That Natasha Denona palette is very intriguing. I don't remember the name. I read some reviews, and when I worked there, it sounded like people were like, it's harder to work with than you think. For a name like Natasha Denona, and I've had a mini palette, one of the 5-pan ones, that's essentially the size of the one I just showed you. And that, it had like essentially the colors I want right now. So sad. But obviously I don't have it anymore. But I'm intrigued. It's like the only, I would say, the word like mainstream beauty brand right now where I'm like super intrigued by a palette. I haven't really been like very, very intrigued by anything lately other than that Natasha Denona palette. I guess related to my hair, you can really see what I'm talking about now. Like this is super grown out and I don't think frames my face very much, and in this light you can absolutely see the difference. It's like the top part of my head is gray because of how cool my natural hair color is before it like gets in the sun and chlorine and salt water and stuff. The Natasha Denona palette, I'm very, very intrigued by her. Maybe I'll get it if I get extra money or something, because they're super expensive. Not as expensive as Pat McGrath. I haven't been super intrigued by many other palettes lately. Even ColourPop, which is where you can get a bunch of cheap, good quality palettes. Like, that's what I have right now. They just don't have any that are what I'm looking for. Again, it's the curse of far too many shimmers. I don't need that many shimmers in a palette to exist. It's so many. I absolutely do not want that many. I've also, almost last thing, I've started a new, tretinoin was not working for me. Don't know why, don't know what it was. She just wasn't for my skin. So I started a new one. It starts with an A. It's very similar, to tretinoin. And it, like, I think it's working more because my skin has never broken before. Like on tretinoin, I never had like a huge purge stage, like nothing really crazy happened. My skin didn't get horribly dry, but like my lip is breaking open and it's hurting, girl. It's hitting me. So as much as I want to have just like my fun blurred lip stain, I can't. I always have to put on lip balm. Okay, well, that was my little rant and ramble. Let me get my glasses. Oh god, they're in horrible condition. So that was a little ranting and rambling before I try and film actual, like, I don't know, what I set out to be on this account. Hopefully, I don't know, you enjoyed me rambling. It's nothing important. It's nothing revolutionary. It's the ramblings of any young 20-year-old who's had to go into the workforce and literally doesn't know what to do. But yeah, that's all. Hope this was nice and fun for you, as I'm the one who's in a funk.